Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Right Amount of Rant podcast. My name is Rival, also known as Adam. I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Julian. Say hi, Julian.
Hello, everybody.
And, well, first of all, thank you for coming back and joining us once again. Last week, we were unable to make the podcast due to, my voice literally not being present at attempt to recording.
Sickness in general, yes.
Yeah, my sickness is, if you've been following the podcast and you've been listening to the Sniff Snortons, Be Ortons, you know that I have been suffering from allergies and other things for the past few weeks. I think almost 2 months now. This has been going on.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, It's been a few weeks. And I woke up today feeling better than ever, sat down to record, and I'll be damned if my nose isn't stuffed up again. I don't know how, I don't know why. None of this makes sense.
My only theory is the microphone. You're allergic to your microphone. Or there's something in the microphone phone.
The foam?
Yes, the thing that covers
I'm pretty
the microphone.
sure I could shove that up my nose and it wouldn't affect me. I don't know why, but
don't do it now. Just save it for later.
I don't feel like shoving my microphone afro up my nose, but yeah. So basically, we missed the Christmas, the pre-Christmas podcast. We have not missed the pre-New Year's podcast, and what that means is we're going to review lots of things that have happened this year, a lot of things that we've, the lessons we've learned, and the things that we learned about. Florida Man, and some of the things that we promised to do better in 2020, and we're gonna start there. So, Christmas just passed. Julian, did you enjoy Christmas?
It was pretty good, actually. There weren't too many people on the place I visited, but actually that was beneficial for all of us because there was not too much noise. There was only people I knew, and we got delicious food overall. There were no leftovers, so
that sounds like a nice get together, honestly.
It was really good.
Let me see. On Christmas Eve, I had to go to work.
Who didn't?
But I was throwing up that day.
Oh.
And they had voluntary time off, and I immediately snatched that stuff up. I worked a total of 15 minutes that day, went home, and was sick on the couch the rest of the day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I missed my in-law, my wife's family's Christmas events. That was fun. Then on Christmas Day, I felt good enough to go eat breakfast with my parents at their house for about 2 hours, and then I came home. Overall,
okay.
Christmas still involved sickness, but I got a lot of really nice things that I did not expect whatsoever. Apparently, my family doesn't know what I like, so they get me Steam gift cards and beard oil, and I'm okay with this. So...
Well, we did discuss about the gift cards. They're like, no, if you don't want to give someone something they might not like, give them a gift card. No, that is senseless. That is stupid. And it really shows that they don't really know what they want.
It is 100%. It is 100% a method of giving a gift without putting a lot of thought into it. You know that, do they like Starbucks? Give them a Starbucks gift card. Like, really? That's the most amount of thought you put into it? But at the same time, here's the thing, is that I know I want video games. They don't know. I mean, It works out in my favor, so I'm not going to complain too much in this circumstances. Gift cards in general, in my opinion, are mostly like I said, a weak response to, hey, I need to get you a gift. There's not a whole lot of thought into it, but I also got gift cards to like food places, and I don't know why, but they also gave my wife the exact same cards to the same places. I'm like, why didn't you just give my wife double the amount? Whatever.
It's still appreciated.
Oh, I mean, I appreciate it. It was a significant amount of money. And like a week before Christmas, I also mentioned that, hey, there's this, Julian, do you know what a kettlebell is?
A what, sorry?
Kettlebell.
I don't think I do.
Kettlebell. Kettlebell.
No.
It's a workout instrument. You have a handle that curves around to a bald weight, like a spherical weight.
Oh, I found a picture of it. I never seen one of these, actually.
Well, they're becoming more popular than dumbbells for weightlifting and whatnot. And I mentioned that I was like, hey, there's an adjustable kettlebell. It starts off at 20 pounds and then it goes to, you can swap out the empty, plastic weights that have literally no weight to them to like actual plate weights. And it can go from 20 pounds to 50 pounds. And I was just like, hey, that's neat. And one of my wife's uncles and aunts actually bought me both of them.
Nice.
And they're $50 each. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, y'all. I know I'm big, but I didn't think you'd jump on the opportunity to make me less fat. Whatever. Apparently, I am difficult to shop for, and I did not realize this. And apparently it's one of those things where my wife informed me that I'm very difficult to shop for because there's nothing I really say that I want.
That is true.
I don't really say I want anything because I don't think in terms of, I want this. What I want are things that make things easier on me. Like a maid would be fantastic. But you know what? Nobody's going to pay for a year for a maid. I don't know. You know what? If any listener feels like being super generous and wants to give me like either money for a maid or like a housemaid for a year, like they come by once a week or something, 52 maid trips or something, that would be fantastic. Wow. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I would love it very much. However, I'm also not stupid. I mean, like, I know that's meat. What the fuck did I just tell you?
Oh, it started. It started.
I literally just told you don't do that thing because you're going to break it and you damn near broke it. Now I'm going to break my foot off.
Get reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology and cat? You've never owned cats.
That is correct. I'm a dog guy.
You shouldn't be. Dogs are the demons.
Oh, but they're so... Have you ever got a greyhound? They're boring as hell.
Greyhounds are boring as hell? You've never owned a Shiba.
They sleep all day. All the friggin' day.
Yeah. Isn't the greyhound you got, though, like an older rescue, though?
It is 4 years old.
That's still plenty of youth.
Yeah, she actually looks like her face looks like she's like 8 or 7. You know, she looks pretty old, but she
might have been through a bit of a rough life, Julian. You need to be extra nice to that dog.
Probably.
You need to be extra nice to that dog.
Oh, don't worry about that.
I love dogs. I'm not going to sit here and talk too much trash about doggies. It's just that Meats holds a special place in my heart because he's my little buddy.
Meats.
What you don't understand is every time when I'm recording, he's in the chair behind me and he just literally waits for me to get up and pet him and leave the room and he'll get up and follow me. Anytime I'm in here just playing games, he does that. When I leave the room, he follows me. If I go to the bathroom, he follows me. He's like my little shadow.
Whenever you sit in the studio, he shows up.
Whenever I'm in my studio, he shows up. Whenever I'm in the house, he is where I am.
Yes.
Guaranteed. Unless I yell at him and then he leaves the room and he'll come back in about 5 minutes because he thinks I forgot. But
sure.
That's what he does. I swear he does. So
nice.
We're going to talk real quick about a couple of the things that are like the best of and worst of the year. Here's my question of the day to you. What is the best thing that happened to you this year? And this is to the audience. What's the best thing that happened to you this year? Like, what is the thing that really kind of marked the high point of your year? What is that? And what is the worst thing of the year? Like, where was that point when you just said, well, this is the ultimate suck of 2019. So let us know. Let us know in the comments. Send us a message about exactly what that is. Let's see. Best of my year. 2019 started off with me working a absolute dead-end job of a security company that is just, wow. It was, If you wanted a job that was 100% stand around, do nothing, get a security job. Wow. I can speak from experience. Jesus Christ. There was nothing we needed to do. We were there purely as show, and I got paid $10 an hour to do it. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to pay for the house and whatnot, so I did have to get another job after a couple of months. But, wow, it was 100% just. Was
it worse than your previous job?
No. My previous job was working on a factory line. Last year I worked on a factory assembly line for a big brand name company who may or may not have recently had a bomb threat used against them by a disgruntled employee.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
I'm not going to name names. People out there smart enough are going to be starting Googling that stuff right now. But I do think it's incredibly funny because I was told this by a guy who also used to work there, and I was informed yesterday that not only was there a bomb threat called in, which apparently there was no bomb, it's just a bomb threat. No one was injured. I want to point that out. But this same gentleman who they ended up finding was the guy that called in, was also on like the banners and stuff about how, safe the place was and all this other stuff.
Oh,
like the safety and whatnot. He was like on banners, like they put people's faces on banners and stuff. And one of the best parts was like the quote they used for him basically was something like, "I love working at name of business. This place is the bomb." And like that was the quote they used from like a year ago. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, how things come back to you.
Do never use the word bomb at work.
Or use it constantly. We're not the boss of you.
I mean, use discretion is advised.
Your mileage may vary, but just bomb. Just walk around and live your life to the fullest. If somebody says you shouldn't say bomb so much, tell them this ain't a fucking airport. Unless you
Oh
live
my
in,
God.
unless you live and work at an airport, go around saying bomb. Fuck them. Who cares? This is America. Unless this is not America, in which case check local listings because it may be far more problematic where you currently are. If you're in America though, fuck them.
Anywhere. Yeah, no, actually anywhere. Saying the word bomb in any language, as long as anyone
Oh no, it
picks that
draws
up,
attention, 100%.
it's no. No, you may go to jail. So yeah, no, don't do that. It's stupid unless you're Florida man. In which case, do whatever you want.
No, keep doing it. Please God, I need stories. But yeah, no, the best of the year was, the worst of the year was it started off low for me. And then I got my current job, which a lot of people were like, that's a really hard job. And I'm like, it's got its moments where it's difficult, but I really enjoy my job. And they really empower me to do like, to grow and get better and all this stuff. And I've never felt quite so, supported in a job before. Like they want me to do well, like from any supervisor, anything I've ever had before. So man, it's a good feeling knowing like, plus benefits are the shit. I can't even talk about it because anyway. So yeah, no, my year thankfully has turned around. I did have some moments of extreme stress where I was doing Twitch, and then I'll say this about Twitch as part of the worst of the year. If you're into Twitch, if you're into streaming, don't look to others for inspiration as to like, don't look to other groups like Twitch groups and stuff to like better yourself. Most, and from what I'm saying that every Twitch group that I've encountered has done this, but it may not be the case that every Twitch group does do this. So I'm going to preface it with most. Most Twitch groups don't like you. They don't actually care about you. They're not there to support you. They're there to support themselves through you. So if you're out there and you're doing, streaming and whatnot, take a hard look at to whom you're associating with, including the groups that you're associating with. Don't wrap your identity up with the group that you associate with. Be your own person. Play with individuals, not with a group. Because if the group falls apart or gets a bad name, well, guess what? You've got a bad name now. So be good to yourself. And that goes for anything in life. Don't associate yourself with just a group. Be an individual. Trust me, if someone had told me that and I had actually listened to them, I'd be in a better streaming place than I am now. But unfortunately, that's where things are now. Best of the year, though, was I'm learning all kinds of stuff with editing and whatnot. I'm doing better on my YouTube. I'm coming to better decisions on how I want to approach everything. I'm feeling more confident on all that. So the year is peaking right now, and it may continue to peak throughout 2020, and I hope it still does. So yeah, I guess my only lesson from 2019 was don't be lazy and don't expect others to do the work that you know you need to put in, and everything will go well for you. All right, so that was a bit more of a downer moment than I intended.
Well, I mean, at least you got a pretty decent year compared to what I'm kind of going down with.
Yes, and we are working on that.
Not that I want to bring the mood down, but I'm going to say this. 2019 for me has been not the worst year in my life, but it close second. It wasn't a really good year for me. Well, I mean, it started off okay. Still worked at that factory that I had to deal with my boss that said Google it. Yeah, IT.
Yeah, no,
IT
it's not cool if your boss
manager.
is like, your IT boss is like, I don't know, Google it. That's not, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, no. Well, first half of the year was just dealing with the same job, same place, same boss. To start off with, the best thing that happened in the year was, of course, me going to the US, meeting and visiting Rival, and a friend of mine in Montana. That was, without a doubt, the best decision of my life, going to the States for a vacation. It was amazing. It was simply beautiful. With a V, because with a B it's not good enough.
With the V, man, for victory. So yeah, no, you visited the States. I hosted you for a week. Your friend in Montana hosted you for a week.
I met amazing people. The trip in general was amazing.
I made you eat hot sauce for the first time in your life.
Well, not first time in my life, and not that much hot sauce.
I made you eat a buffalo hot wing.
Wasn't two?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but it was.
I remember I ordered
good.
10 and I ate 9. And I was like, I'm full. You want the last one? You were like, no, really. And I was like, come on, don't be a pussy. And you were like, okay. And then you ate it and you started sweating.
Oh yeah, no. Just funny. For one, and this guy ate 9.
Yeah, I normally eat more than that, and that's the thing.
I mean, you were sweating bullets, but
I sweat bullets. It's no joke.
I was sweating bullets for just one. Holy cow. Chicken. It was chicken wings. Never mind.
Holy chicken. So
yes, I would definitely do it again. And next time I go there, we go to a farm or an open field. We're bringing the cans and we're bringing the guns.
Yes.
Do you know Argentina is not allowed to shoot in the States?
Yes, that's the thing I've completely forgot about is that we took Julian to a gun range because Julian in his home country doesn't shoot guns. They're not allowed to shoot guns. So we're like, we're gonna get you used to some guns, boyo. And
I mean, we do have shooting range, but for whatever reason, Argentina declared that we are not allowed to hold a gun in the States.
so long story short, we took him to a gun range and we were like, hey, our buddy is international. And they had to check a list of like, because he had to give them like, hey, I'm from Argentina. Here's my ID. And they go, okay, hold on. I got to check the list. And they're like, oh yeah. So according to Argentinian like laws, we're not allowed to let you shoot the guns. And I was just like, he's in America. Why is he not allowed to shoot guns?
Well, on the plus side, I managed to see what it's all about, and I think it was for the best because I was super nervous.
Oh, no, I 100% agree. I think if I had given you a gun that day, you would have dropped it and killed everybody.
Oh, God. No.
Here's the problem.
Nah, I think I wouldn't be able to pull the trigger once. I was really scared.
Yes, you were. And it was actually, like I told my wife, I was like, I think it worked out for the best because just feeling the thumps of the gun banging, you were like, oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, no, it really, I felt it. Even though I was not shooting, I was like, oh my God, this is completely new.
Yeah, no, it was nuts. It was a lot of fun, though. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, and then a couple of people on the left got to take a shotgun, and I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, no, it was, I think it was a bunch of older ladies, wasn't it?
Yes.
A bunch of older ladies. They were like kind of giggling, and they had like a shotgun, and they were like, wee! And it was fantastic because, and I'm going to say this, and please don't preface this because I'm mentioning race, but I'm not bringing up race for anything other than this is not what I expected from a bunch of old black ladies, okay? There was a bunch of old black ladies. It was like a group of 3 of them, and
yes,
they were having just the time of their damn lives shooting a shotgun downrange, and they were just... That's not an image I ever thought of like an elderly black woman. Never in my life. And it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
It was fun.
They would pull the trigger and even they were like, oh my God, it's got a kick. And just like, holy shit.
You don't say, lady.
And they probably did that for half an hour. And we weren't there for very long, but they were there for most of our time. And that was, wow, they had way more fun than we were having. And we were watching them have fun as well as shooting guns. So for a little while there, they were in their own little world, just kapow-powing, and it was a blast to watch them, honestly. It was a lot of fun. Oh,
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So that actually, Julian, with everything he's mentioning about coming to the States and whatnot, for those unaware, I'm actually trying to get some stuff started to actually get Julian to the States on a permanent basis. We are working for that. One of Julian's goals is to become a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
Every time we put in work, it feels further and further away. But I did want to make everybody aware that we are trying to get Julian into the States. He wants to become a U.S. citizen through all the legal means and all that stuff. So here in a little bit, I'm going to be taking some measures to see if we can collect some money to try and get some stuff done. But if anyone's interested, if anybody likes the podcast, if anybody likes Julian in general, please keep an ear out for that. And if you have any money, even $1, please consider putting that aside for in case you want to assist us with getting Julian to the States. I want to say something like there's no way I can guarantee that, you know, like I can't, other than my word to you now saying that I'm not collecting money for myself, and I'm not.
That makes us too. I'm having a hard time saving up money.
I have no need for the money. I'm actually doing very well at the moment. Not so well that I can pay for Julian to come to the States, but I think you understand. But anything you can give, I will guarantee will go to the get Julian to the States, and so he can bang an American woman. That's
actually a thing I said.
That is something he said. So that's the thing right there. But you know, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue down that line. The best things of the year, fantastic. Okay, my wife is telling me I have to find stuff. Yay, thank you, wife.
Whoop, whoop. The best thing this year for me was the trip to the States. Wonderful. I will definitely do it again. The worst thing that happened this year, changing to a new client after I shouted to my boss, but shouting to my previous boss, was pretty satisfactory.
For those that don't know, Julian's previous boss was a giant asshole.
Yes. And actually, nobody in the plant liked it.
There's no other words for it. This is a guy who was an IT specialist who would just yell things like, just Google it.
Yep.
You are not assisting in it. Anyway, so.
But yeah, actually changing to another client was easily the worst thing that could happen to me. Like working for someone else. This new place is awful. It's a longer trip. I don't get free food. I spend more money traveling and buying stuff for me to eat.
Yep.
And the work environment isn't it's actually it sucks my life away. Please, I need another job.
What do you mean sucks my life away?
The mood in there is just so bad. Like,
do you mean the atmosphere is like dead?
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, I try my hardest to keep my mood up, but wow, this sucks. This sucks really bad. Aside from all the new things I had to learn, that's actually a good thing. But it's a thing that I will never be able to apply anywhere else because it's just the procedure they use there. So almost all the knowledge I get from that job is worthless, only for that job and only for that job only. Did I say that only enough?
Does it apply to any other job?
No.
No shit. You just said it like 5 times.
Yeah. Did I say that it doesn't apply anywhere else?
Yes, you did.
I don't think I said that enough.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, no. This new job is. I don't know why I'm still working there.
It's less than satisfactory. Let's leave it at that.
Also, we got a new president, and they already set up that we only can buy $200, exchange $200 per month. That really sucks.
It does kind of suck.
That is the stupid thing in this year.
But we can still work within that. So.
Oh yeah.
You can always work around it. Never think you can't work around it.
Of course.
So we're gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna go for a little bit more of an upbeat. For those of you still with us through the depressing talk, greatly appreciate you being here.
We love you guys and gals.
We love all of you. Thank you. And remember, if you want to send us any comments, it's rightamountofrant@gmail.com. All right. So what I'm gonna do right now is I have I'm gonna make sure that it's top 10 and I'm not just stupid. All right. I have the top 8. Florida Man stories of the year. Florida Man. Now here's the thing. I have not read any of these. I'm not.
Whoops.
I did that on purpose because I want to be surprised along with you.
All right, okay? Let's do it.
Now, some of these I know at some point we've probably covered. I want to be surprised along with you. Okay. So we're going to go from, we're going to start at 8 and work our way down. Or work our way up, I should say.
All right.
We're going to start at 8, and we're going to work our way back up to number 1.
Go for it.
Florida man had surgery to remove screwdriver from rectum.
Oh!
That was on November 6th of 2019.
Oh!
Doctors found what appeared to be a screwdriver in a 46-year-old Florida man's rectum during a CT scan. It was surgically removed, and the man was doing well during 2-week follow-up. No news on how that got there.
Sir, we detected a screwdriver in your rectum.
Is that a plastic handle?
Oh my
God, is that a metal rod? Why do you have a screwdriver in your ass?
Care to explain how that happened? Well, you see, sir, I was...
Don't kink shame me, okay? Don't kink shame. You told me to go screw myself, so I did. This one is from July 18th of this year. Naked Florida man wearing bra. Not fully nude then, is he? He's covering up the tatas. Naked Florida man wearing bra burglarizes several cars in Newport Richey. Naked except for wearing a woman's bra, one Pasco County man burglarized several vehicles in July at U.S. Water Services Corporation. And of course, it was caught on video. It's unclear if the man was ever identified. Man got away.
Well,
man got away.
Got away with robbery.
All right, and shortly before that, on June 15th of this year, Florida man steals 75 pool floats for sex.
Sorry, he steals what?
Pool floats, like pool toys.
Oh, no.
Christopher Monin, M-O-N-N-I-N, Monin, I'm saying Monin, 35, told Palm Bay police he stole pool floats for sex, quote, instead of raping women in sex. What? He stole pool floats for sex instead of raping women. Well, what a gentleman. Monin told police he burglarized several homes to steal the floats. He led police to a vacant home where he kept his stash and was arrested and charged with burglary of an occupied dwelling, criminal mischief, and petite theft. So he took pool floaties and screwed those instead of raping women. I don't know if that's...
Men of the year.
I mean...
Each of your own, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your pool. Yeah. Why does that remind me of a meme I saw one day where it said, it says, it was like a text message meme, and it says like this. It goes, I stopped the abduction of a woman today. And the person responding goes, oh my God, how? And the guy that initially wrote the thing goes, self-control.
Oh.
Meaning he didn't abduct the woman because he had self-control.
Well,
it's really stupid.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
thought it was funny, but apparently the delivery had something to be desired. Florida man arrested for hitting mom on head with corn cob.
Oh.
May 28th of this year. This is a strange story from Pasco County that went viral this year. Deputies say Cody Cummings, 27, threw a corn cob at his mother, hitting the top of her head. Thankfully, the victim wasn't hurt, but Cummings was arrested and charged with domestic battery.
With a corn cob?
Yes.
Okay. Florida man, why am I questioning things?
Because it's Florida man. You can't question Florida man. Florida man will kill you. All right, so I'm going to save the last four for here just a little bit. So we're going to discuss something.
Okay.
So with Thanksgiving, you think about family and the things that you're thankful for. With Christmas and the other holidays, you think of your family. You think of the things that make you, thankful for having them, mostly them giving you gifts. Or you think about the times that you get to avoid them when it's not the holidays. But there's one woman who, I don't know if she understands herself. I don't know if she understands what it means to have a family. Because we're going to discuss a young British woman who, my God, I can't not. Okay, whatever. A young British woman who is not 100% sure what it means to love someone other than yourself. I am, of course, speaking of a young Miss Sophie Tanner, who, Julian, do you know what the word monogamy means?
No.
Okay, so monogamy is being in a relationship with only one other person. In other words, you're not cheating. You're in a committed relationship with one person. That's what monogamy means.
Okay.
Now, people that go beyond that and like polyamorous and all this other stuff where they claim to love multiple people, we're not going to discuss that. Instead, we're going in the reverse direction. We're calling it sologamy. Now, that has the word solo in it. And Julian, do you know what the word solo prefaces?
Singular.
Yes. Now, here's the thing, is that apparently sologamy, as it is apparently correctly pronounced, is a thing. Actually, it's not really a thing, but it's a thing that people are trying to pretend is a thing. And this woman, Sophie Tanner, she married herself.
Wait, what?
She had a event. She had a wedding in which she pledged love, life, and loyalty to herself, to honor in sickness and in health, till death does she part. She wed herself. Now, anyone out there going, that's not that weird? No, you're 100% wrong. It's straight up weird. And it's straight up weird for a number of reasons. It's one of the most arrogant things. Like, hold on. Are you telling me there's literally no one on this planet that can compliment you?
But you.
You're perfect.
How? How is this a thing?
It's not really a thing. Like, it's not recognized by any government. This is just a stupid thing that millennial children made up to do this thing.
Oh, okay? Lord.
But here's the bigger problem. Not only did she marry herself, but 2 years later, 2 years of blissful sologamy, she cheated on herself.
Excuse me, what?
She had an affair with a guy who was also a sologamist, with another guy who had married himself.
Oh, excuse me, what?
So they both cheated on each other with themselves. They cheated on themselves with each other. There's a better way of saying that.
What?
Now, here's the thing, is that, oh, God damn.
This is so baffling. Our throats hurt from just talking about it. Well,
mine hurts from coughing. But here's the thing. I'm going to read the article from, The Week. And this came out a couple years ago, but I noticed this. We're talking about it now because it was so stupid. Here's the article.
Go on.
To many, adultery is no laughing matter. But a British woman who, quote, married herself 2 years ago has prompted much mockery and mirth from viewers of This Morning. Apparently that's a TV show over in Britain.
Okay.
By announcing that she had been unfaithful to herself. Sophie Tanner, who tied the knot with herself in May of 2015, revealed to host Amanda Holden that she had cheated on herself with a Rory Barton, a polyamorous sologamist who is now also married to himself. Although the concept may seem far-fetched, the practice of marrying oneself, known as sologamy, is growing in popularity in the UK, with many women choosing to have a full ceremony to celebrate the event. Tanner's father was even present to give away Sophie as a bride. I would refuse 1,000 times. First of all, this is stupid. Second of all, I'm sure as shit not paying for some ceremony where you get to show off your ego. No.
Yeah, no, this thing ain't cheap.
No, they're not. They're not. And me and my wife had a cheap wedding, and it still was not cheap.
2 people struggling making this happen. Imagine for 1 person.
Well, then it's just another day. You go and wake up. That's it. You're doing literally the same shit you were doing before. But now you're telling people that you're in a committed relationship. It's stupid. It's so stupid.
What do they end up kissing? Do they kiss anything?
They kiss their own ass. I don't care.
That will be impressive.
Self-marriages are, well, I mean, I've seen some people do some crazy stuff. Self-marriages are not legally recognized by any official bodies, but proponents say it amounts to more than, quote, the height of Generation Selfie's narcissism, end quote. No, it doesn't. That's exactly what it is. It is the height of narcissism for you marrying yourself. Oh, my God.
Wow. I mean, I've heard people marrying to a tree, but this is stupid.
I know of people who were married to trees and still had sex with them. So here's the thing, Julian.
Yes.
What's your opinion on sologamy? Just give me the brief and short into that one.
This is just plain stupid. Like, narcissism is bad already.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. A thing that you shouldn't be proud of. This is just. I'm lacking the words to express myself here. This is dumb. This is stupid.
Yes.
Knowing that you're marrying yourself. Like, it never come across my mind. I've been told many a times that life is better with someone.
Yes.
Solo life isn't the easiest thing ever. It's doable, but
life is better when you have someone to share it with.
Yes. What kind of life are you living that you need to marry yourself? What kind of thought are flooding your mind in order to agree with the idea of how is even that possible? I mean, marrying someone it's supposed to be with someone, maybe 3 people. That's another story. I don't know how does that work, but I know it happens. But at least we're sharing life with someone, 2 more people at least. Solo? Nah, I wouldn't waste my time, my money, and anyone's time to accomplish this at all. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, well said. There's no point for any kind of ceremony. Literally, it's the matter of going, I'm sorry, I'm not looking for a relationship right now.
Not to mention, what are you going to be called at? Mrs. Tanner?
Mrs. Tanner, yes. Tanner.
Yeah, Mrs. Tanner. That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
No, it does not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what about Mr. Tanner? Oh, no, sorry. I married myself.
No, you don't understand. It's not rude if I truly believe that I'm the best person for me. Like, go screw yourself. Oh, my God.
Everybody's going to give you the stink eye.
Not everybody. There are going to be some people that totally is like, oh, that's so progressive. Shut up! Stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, and then she's going to have babies with herself.
No, she's not.
God knows how.
Well,
yeah, I know.
But she can go off and fuck herself. I don't care. So here's the thing. We're going to go from one stupid thing to another. We're going to discuss the next 4, the top 4 things of Florida man. We're going to continue on down this list, or up this list, rather. Florida man arrested for hanging out of sunroof while driving on I-4. I-4 being a highway, for my Argentinian friend who may not know that.
Thank you.
May 10th of this year, 2019, an off-duty, I'm realizing now that these are not in, like, ranking order. They're just in, chronological order. So we're going backwards throughout the year. Just work with me on this one, people. Florida man arrested for hanging out of sunroof while driving. An off-duty Hillsborough deputy caught 70-year-old Leonard Olson Jr. on video standing up and hanging out of the sunroof of his car with his arms spread wide open as he was driving down the highway.
Praise the sun!
Praise the sun. Praise the sun indeed.
Oh my God. It was midnight.
An arrest report said Olson told a responding trooper he wanted to turn himself in because, quote, my wife treats me like a servant and she's the mistress and I'm tired of all this shit. Lock me up. I'd rather go to jail than go back home. End quote.
Wow.
Olson added that he thought it would be a nice way to praise God for a minute.
Well, I mean, not far off from my praise the sun. Wow. Did he go to jail?
Yes, he went to jail. He was charged with reckless driving.
Okay. Now he's a happy man.
For a little while anyway. He wasn't in there for long. Easter Bunny gets into fight in Orlando.
Mr. Bunny?
Easter Bunny.
Oh, okay.
April 22nd, 2019. A video posted on Instagram showing the Easter Bunny getting involved in a fist fight in downtown Orlando went viral this year. The fight was broken up by an Orlando police officer, and it's not known if anyone was arrested. Florida man so pissed off an Easter bunny, the Easter bunny had to try and whoop somebody's ass. All right, in February 8th of this year, Florida woman's alligator maternity photo goes viral.
What?
Yes, exactly. Lindsay and Jonathan Tuttle took to Facebook to share their maternity pictures, featuring a shotgun, Bud Light, and a baby alligator. Lindsay told 8 on Your Side, apparently that's a news organization, back in February that the alligator wasn't harmed, and they hope that he'll be an excellent brother figure to their baby.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. All right, this one goes all the way back to January 14th of this year. This one is, Julian, are you familiar with the American phrase, kill him with kindness?
I think I heard it once, but...
Do you understand what it means?
Kill it with kindness.
Kill them with kindness.
Sounds contradictory, but okay.
It is slightly contradictory, but the overall gist of it is, if someone hates you and you want to get back at them for, being an a-hole or whatnot to you, be overly nice, because they now have to respond to you being overly nice in like social situations. So rather than you being mean and causing them to just have a reason to be mean at you, you're killing them with kindness, because it's far more upsetting to them for you to be nice to them and them being basically forced to be nice back to you.
Damn it, I should have done that when I was back at the...
Yes, you should have. You 100% should have, but you 100% didn't. But a Florida man took that word to heart, that phrase to heart. Kill him with kindness. Florida man attacks neighbors with a machete named Kindness. Deputies say... It's not what the phrase kill him with kindness means.
Why am I laughing? This is stupid.
Yeah, no, he tried to kill his neighbors with a machete named Kindness, which...
Oh, God.
I really enjoy the irony in that one, because that's a man who is very self-aware, and I very much appreciate that.
Wow.
Brian Stewart, 30, was arrested in Santa Rosa County after neighbors said they heard banging and a yelling coming from his house. This Florida man was overheard saying he was going to kill him with kindness. When a neighbor went over to check on things and tell Stewart to keep it down, Stewart allegedly came running out of his front door with a machete-style knife that has kindness written on the blade.
I mean, it is what it is. It's living up to its name. It better didn't. Wow. Florida man, everybody.
Florida man. We're coming to the end of the podcast. This is the last podcast of the year. I'm genuinely shocked we actually got 13 of these things out in a year. Even though we started late in the year, that's not the point. Given my sicknesses, given just the difficulty of getting my ass out of bed early enough to do these. I'm proud of us for actually getting out this many, and we really are hoping you guys enjoy this as well, even though this feels kind of unorganized. And here, if you guys want a backseat tour on exactly how we organize things, we don't. We literally sit down 5 minutes. We go, hey, here's some topics. You got some Florida man stories? I got some Florida man stories. And we start. That's it. That's exactly how we do this. So we're going to talk about some New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
First of all, we're going to discuss the idea of New Year's resolutions. Why do people make New Year's resolutions? It's literally, if you're just looking at a calendar and you're kind of like, negative about things, it's just another day. Going from December 31st to January 1st, it's just a new day. It's a new month. That's all it is. So why do people make resolutions that take effect on that specific day? What is special about that specific day?
It's the beginning of a new year.
Yeah, but why couldn't you start this a week ago?
Because it's not the beginning of a new year.
That's really, yeah, that's the logic they use, but I still argue, like, you can start bettering yourself at any point. And here I am making New Year's resolutions, so I'm clearly a hypocrite. But the bigger thing is that I think I know why. Everybody wants to improve themselves. Everybody wants to be a better they than they are currently. But one of the things that we have is that a lot of people make promises to lose weight. That's one of the things a lot of people say. People are going to say, I'm going to travel more. I'm going to do this more. I'm going to do that more. I'm going to spend less. I'm going to do whatever. I mean, I'm going to go down the stereotypical road of I'm going to lose weight and gain muscle. Like, I'm going to work out more. So that's something I know for a fact I have to do. It's a matter of actual health. My doctor's telling me I need to lose weight anyway. So I'm a big boy. I would be a significantly thinner boy if I had never met my wife, because like, let me put it this way. When I went to see my parents on Christmas, for Thanksgiving, my wife made banana pudding. Stay on track with me on this one, okay? I know it's going to seem like the rails are going everywhere, but follow me on this one, okay?
I'll follow.
My wife doesn't like bananas. My wife doesn't eat banana pudding. My dad loves banana pudding. She didn't taste the banana pudding. she made banana pudding for my father. Okay?
Aw.
Big tub of it. Now, here's the problem. My wife is such a damn good cook that food that she doesn't like or even taste test gets repeated praise. I cannot tell you how many times my father said the entire time we were over there, like the banana pudding was like super good. Let me describe why it was super good. And he went into detail of why the damn banana pudding was so good repeatedly.
Well, he seems to like it a lot.
It was a pretty big tub of that stuff. And apparently my mom, who also enjoys banana pudding, barely got a single bite out of it because my dad devoured that shit.
Yeah. Wow.
My dad's a thin man, so I don't know where he put all of it, but whatever.
He can take it.
He clearly took it. He took it all away from my mother. So here's the thing. I told you that to tell you this. I said my wife created a dish that was so delicious, my father could not stop praising it. That same dish is a dish that she does not like, containing ingredients that she does not like, and she never taste tested to see if it was the right flavor. Imagine what that means for me in my household when she makes food that she does like, and she makes it in bulk.
I'm a witness. She
makes great food, and she makes it in bulk.
Yes.
Since I've met her 3 years ago, I've gained around 60 pounds.
Jesus.
That's a lot of, yeah. She also makes like homemade lasagna. She makes homemade fried chicken sandwiches on Texas toast.
Don't forget about the broccoli casserole.
Oh, yeah. No, there's so many sticks of butter in her broccoli casserole.
I do not like broccoli, but that was delicious.
Yes, it is. Ain't it? I'm not really a big fan of that, but you're basically tasting some broccoli, Ritz crackers, and butter and cheese, and that's basically it. But
more like butter with broccoli.
Butter with broccoli and cheese. So yeah, I know, and I've told her repeatedly, stop making shit at home, please, God. So it's just, we're working on that. We're both getting stronger. I also got a couple of other, we're going to call those secret New Year's resolutions as well. Things that me and my wife are working toward. And hopefully sometime very soon it'll all take effect. And, but more than anything, one of my New Year's resolutions, and I've discussed this briefly at the beginning of the first third of the podcast, is I want to get Julian to the States again. Even if it's only temporarily, I want to get Julian to the States again. I think he deserves it. He works really hard. He wants to come here. He wants to be a part of this.
Oh, yeah. You have no idea.
I have no idea. I have no idea how much he wants it, but I want it for him.
Yes. Like, I'm not going to compare this country to other worse countries, but wow.
You kind of are.
No, I've said so many bad things about my country. I made rival not wanting to come here at all.
Oh, hell no. Hell no, I'm not going there, ever.
I managed to throw so much dirt to my country. I want to leave as soon as I can.
Yeah, I 100% understand after what you've told me.
And hopefully with the help of rival
and our wonderful listeners,
I'll be able to. And I really, really want to do this.
Yes. So, and we are working toward that. I've got many things in the works, but being that I'm lazy, some of them will not come to fruition. I have good intentions. I just don't know how to make them work. But yeah. So, Julian, what are some of the things that you're working on? What are some of your New Year's resolutions?
Well, that particular one was my New Year resolution. I do want to go to the States again next year. Given the situation right now, it seems to be harder than ever, but I won't stop fighting. I want to get the first thing first, I do want to get a job in the States, a legitimate job.
Yes.
Course. And get another job here in the meantime, but it's not something I promised to myself. That's something I need to do.
Well, then you should promise yourself that you're going to try. Start getting your resume together and stuff.
Oh, yes. I'm actually doing that. So it didn't happen this year, but it's going to happen next year. You have my word.
Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our New Year's resolutions for this coming year. What are your New Year's resolutions for this coming year? Let us know. Once again, you can reach us out at rightamountofrant@gmail.com. Please leave us a line. We're always looking forward. I'm always checking that. Hell, I checked it mid-podcast this time. If you guys want to reach out, any comments, anything like that, let us know there. And friends, thank you so much for spending part of your year with us. It's been fantastic. This one was a little bit more of an easygoing one. This is less rant and more of just a review of the year. And but hopefully it was entertaining to you. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. And Julian, thank you once again for joining me for another one of these podcasts.
Absolutely, man. It's always a pleasure to be here.
And it's always a pleasure to have you, friend. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope to see you beginning of next year, and we're going to kick it off with a bang. I've already got a few things planned.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with explosions. We're going to have a good time. Lots of rants coming your way. We're going to do some new segments to keep things lively and alter things up a little bit. So be on the lookout for that. But as always, friends, stay awesome.
And Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year indeed.